I've been having some weird thoughts lately. I've been thinking about the stars disappearing at night. Thinking about the people that might be out there, looking at the same sky I'm looking at right now. Do they see the stars blinking into the ocean of darkness that is the night sky? Do they wonder if there is people out there beyond our towns in a different world? Do they fear the darkness as much as I do? What are their dreams? What are their hopes? What do they see when they look at the night sky? These thoughts, these stars, these dreams and hopes keep me awake at night. But I remember my own dreams, the light that keeps the darkness of the night away, my hope. I remember they are out there. Do they remember I am here? Hey, hi there, I'm Alphonse from the Coffee Corner, and today I'm joining the wonderful folks of March Caprice to let you in on what I've been thinking about lately, so let's get into it. I've always loved Kingdom Hearts, from the carefree days at Destiny Islands to the mysterious Quadratum. I found this wild group of characters and their adventures when I was 8 years old, and through heartache and hope I grew up with them. And that's what we are going to be talking about today, hope. It's been a weird couple of years for me, and I have been thinking about hope a lot, and I have been thinking about hope in the universe of Kingdom Hearts. I rarely allow myself to feel hope, but I have been following on Sora's footsteps, and I have met a wild bunch of people that I call my family nowadays, and I have been thinking about my future, what I want my future to be like, what I want myself to be like in the future, and they have allowed me to find my own heart and the light in that same heart, as cheesy as it sounds. But sadly, it wasn't always like this. I have said this multiple times across the multiple gameplays I have done of Kingdom Hearts, but Kingdom Hearts days, I know it's 358 over 2. I call it days. It's my favorite Kingdom Hearts in the entire franchise. I know the gameplay is clunky, and I know there are things that could be more polished. I know that the characters and the story are super gloomy, but it's still my favorite. I know it's not the best Kingdom Hearts. I myself don't consider it the best Kingdom Hearts, but I consider it my favorite. God, 2009. It's been 15 years since I got to play this game, 15 years since I met Roxas, the real Roxas, the same one that was going through the worst and best days of his life at the same time. The same Roxas that, even when surrounded by people that didn't respect him, still found some people that did respect him. It felt weird to be so seen, especially on a franchise that was so close to me for such a long time. I was 15 at the time, around the same age Roxas was back then. I was still in high school, in a town that I didn't like, living with people that only saw me as a tool to hurt other people, trying to find balance in a world that was spiraling into chaos and darkness. But I was smart, or so I thought. I learned everything I could from the people around me. I did my best to survive high school. I found friends, and with them I found a connection deeper than anything I've ever felt in my entire life for a game. For the first time, I felt that game was talking with me and not just telling me a story. That's why Kingdom Hearts Days is my favorite Kingdom Hearts. The moments of peace in the middle of the night, or hiding my Nintendo DS in a boring class to spend time with Roxas, Axel, and Sion, were the best moments in my life back then. Yes, the game made me cry, yell, and feel frustrated, but I know without a shadow of a doubt that the characters in that game were as lost as I was. I knew that if they could find a way out, a way to move forward, so could I. I know this got really dark, okay? I said that I thought that I was smart, but I wasn't. I was just a 15-year-old boy trying to find silver linings on the darkest days of my lives. And those silver linings usually were sad and angry, so let's continue with the story. Roxas in the end was a bad example to identify with. He found a way out of his bad place, but he lost everything in the process. He lost his best friends and his freedom, and the only thing that remained in him was the anger, the hope that one day he would have his revenge, the hope that one day he would make Semnes feel the same pain he was feeling at that moment. Jump to January 2019. I was older. I was no longer an angry boy, but a burnt out 25-year-old. The hardest and darkest days of my life looked like a vacation compared to what I was going through at that time. I had a job, I had hobbies, and I had a long, stable relationship. I kept the darkness at bay. I didn't find a way out of the situation I was in, but I didn't let them win. I didn't let them consume me. My now fiancé is also a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, and we both played Kingdom Hearts 3 as soon as we got it in her room. We laughed and we cried, and when we reached the breaking point, when we thought it was all over for Sora and his friends, the light from the past came to help them. We cheered and mashed the button, but that wasn't the only light from the past that we saw that day. Sometimes there is more to light than meets the eye. That day, after almost 10 years since I first met Roxas and his friends, he came back. He found his friends and faced the person that made him lose everything he held dear. His anger, his hope for revenge turned into something more pure, a hope for a future, a hope for a real life with his best friends, and that was the moment that broke me. If Roxas, after going through all that he went through, could find it in himself to hope for a better life, why couldn't I? That thought didn't show its true form at first. It felt like a really old wound opening back after years of being covered in scars. It took years for me to feel that hope again, but there it was, the light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, I was older and more tired, but also wiser. I had friends, I had a family, I had more experience in life. I could still fight, and so I did. Eventually, I found a way to leave the people that took everything from me behind. I cut ties with them, and I found a way to look at the night sky and see hope again. And I didn't see the hope for my own freedom. I saw the hope of thinking that maybe someone that was looking at the same stars I was looking at finally understood, like I did, that fighting is hard, but there is a way out. There is a way to stop fighting and start living, and I was finally getting there. I really hope that that's the message that you can find in either Kingdom Hearts or any other media that you are consuming. And I also really hope that you are not tired of hearing the word hope by now in this video. I have been thinking about this for the 5 years that I have been playing the franchise on this channel, and I originally thought about analyzing what hope meant for the main characters of Kingdom Hearts, but you can imagine how long that script was, so this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you are ready for more amazing Kingdom Hearts content in this year's March Caprice.